This episode is sponsored by Airbnb. Y'all, when spring hits and nature starts calling my name, you know I am headed straight to Airbnb to find the most loved homes to scratch my outdoorsy itch. Now, let's get into it, baby. So you and your boo been all over online, and I've been living for the way he's been hyping my girl love. Yes! How did y'all meet?
Gone. But then you get on there front, and it's so crazy because it's like, that's part of the reason why we're not together.
That's such a powerful perspective that a lot of times we don't hold when we walk away from a relationship.
It's still a reflection, and that's why I never tried to dog the situation.
Yeah.
As I could have.
Yeah.
Because I dealt with you, and now the world sees what I was dealing with.
Y'all listen, today's guest is the definition of a boss. She's a platinum-selling rapper, an actress, an entrepreneur, and straight out of Detroit, okay? You know I love me a multifaceted queen, and this one has been booked and busy. You might know her from her Metro Boomin collab, So Good, her latest single, Cash Commandments, and of course you've seen her on shows like Empire and BMF. It is, of course, Kash Doll. Welcome to the show. Hey.
I'm on here with my girl, Keke. Okay. What's up?
Now, I got to ask, how are you, right? Just getting collective on the human life. How's the vibe? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling.
Come on, Rock. Feeling.
Yeah, I'm just feeling. Life is good, man. I'm just having a good time right
And you're
now.
getting a pause because you just was on tour.
Yeah.
I mean, how is it?
No, I ain't getting no pause, girl. I was just on set. Yes, yeah. And
So
then I
what
had
are you
to come
working
here.
on right now?
I can't say.
You can't tell me? I'm living for you getting into all the bags.
Yeah,
The acting
yeah.
bag, music bag always been going. Acting bag going has been going.
Yeah.
This is good. I can't wait to hear about whatever this new project is.
Yeah, it's dope too.
You can let me know off
I'm gonna
the
tell
air.
you. I'm about to say. I'm gonna tell
Okay,
you.
we can't let y'all know. We
I
let
can't
you know
tell
out
y'all.
there.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Okay, so let's talk about this tour real quick because you've said the last doll it might mean that you're dropping doll from your name. It might mean you taking a step back from music. It might mean that your daughter Clarity is the last doll. You ain't having no more kids.
Yeah.
But also you said you're an indecisive Pisces. So how are you feeling about what the last doll means to you now?
Definitely taking it off my name. Definitely, Clarity is the last doll.
So all of it, damn near.
Yeah, all of it. All of it still is all of it is the same. But for the most part, it was just like, I'm growing into this woman with 2 kids, and I'm just over the doll.
Yeah. It's an evolution.
Yeah.
What would you describe the era of Kash Doll being and the one you're stepping into now?
The lady I'm stepping into now, I'm just grown.
Yeah.
I'm just grown. I'm Keisha.
Yeah.
Just call me Keisha. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? And like before, I was just more turned outside, lit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No responsibilities for real, because no kids. And it's like, it's just 2 different people. You know, I look at things different. Everything is more intentional now. Once you have kids, everything is intentional.
Yeah.
I ain't just doing things for no reason. The only thing I got to work on is spending money.
That can become a bad habit, can't it? Get a little change in your pocket. And
You
just
like,
go
I
up.
can go do something. I seen this bag the other day. I'm going to go
Well,
get
you
it.
came in here with a bag. You didn't want to flex too hard on them and put it up there, but I was like, you could have gave us a little ambiance.
Can I put it right there now?
You can put it right there.
Give it here.
Because it's giving ambiance.
Give it here.
She's very cute.
Thank you.
She's very cute. She came in here definitely giving everything with the jewelry too.
You know what? I went out last night. I woke up late.
Now wait a minute, what you do last night? Let's get into that. You said you was on set and you went out to celebrate, or it
Okay,
just
so
happened?
I went to Women in Music.
Oh,
Billboard.
yes, of
Yeah,
course.
I went there, and then I went to go hang out with my little boo thing.
Oh yeah, so you and your boo been all over online, and I've been living for the way he's been hyping my girl love. Yes, how did y'all meet?
Gone.
Have you talked about this already?
No, I have
Man,
not.
how you meet them,
Don't
man?
play with me.
I'm just living for you because I feel like you always on a good vibe.
Yeah,
I feel like I've never seen you. I'm
I'm
sure
not
you
doing
have
that.
life troubles.
Yeah.
But again, that is very Pisces energy. Where
Yeah.
y'all are just such boss diva down. Like, how do y'all always stay so cunt in the
You know
bag?
what? It's just like, man, I'm a real life player. I'm a player. I keep it P at all time. I be chilling. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I be chilling. And it's like, I feel like that's when you start living, when you learn how to live when things is going on and not letting it just affect you like that. But I do have my moments, and I pick up.
Yeah.
I just pick up and like, all right, whew.
Dust
let me
myself
keep it
off.
going. Yeah, and try again.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So, I don't be tripping. I don't live in stuff too long. I don't live in it too long. Because what is that going to do?
It doesn't help. I mean, you think about it enough to concentrate on, okay, what do I need to learn from it? But then I got to shake, you know, I can't stay in the energy.
Everything happens for a reason, especially when you're a good person. You know that, it ain't no bad karma. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this didn't happen to me because I did something bad. It's like, no, this happens to me for me to learn from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like, why is this? It's like, okay, so what's the reason behind it? You know? So.
How was it last night at the event? And all the being there with all the folks. Sometimes industry events can be a bit much, but you had a good vibe. It was fun.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool. Yeah. I was in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see any people that you knew?
Yeah, I seen Glow get her award.
Okay, that's dope.
And Money Long, she performed. And I seen Tina Knowles.
Love Miss Tina. Was there. She feel like all our auntie.
I seen her on the camera, but I didn't get to meet her or nothing. Yeah. But I seen her. Yeah, that is like our auntie.
It is.
It was a lot of people. I became a fan of this one lady named Megan. I think she's a country artist. And when she got her acceptance speech, when she went up there and did her speech, it was like she was so funny.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah. She light-skinned, the girl?
Yeah.
She been talking about a lot of stuff, too. I want to talk to her because she was sharing a lot of stuff in her music. But I'm happy about the moment that she's getting her shine on with this country piece. Because a lot of times, black folks don't be getting that country shine. So I was glad to see that for her, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Clarity and what clarity she brought to your life. That's your daughter. You just had her last June. You know, I had a baby. We both got little ones.
We got some little ones, yeah.
And it definitely changed me. I'm curious how much it changed you and if it was what you expected it to be. Motherhood.
You know what? Okay, so my son, Kash, gave me a whole new pair of eyes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because you have how old is your son?
My son is 3.
3?
Yep, he's 3. Yep, because how old is Leo?
Leo's 2.
Okay, yeah, because I remember you were pregnant. I had him first, and then I got pregnant again and had her. She's 9 months.
Boom, boom.
I got him out the way. I'm done. And it's a boy and a girl.
I know that's right, girl. I would love another one, but it's like when and who? You know? It just be like, damn. But anyway.
Yeah.
So how has it changed you? 2 under 2. Well, 3 under 2.
Just trying to find this balance right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm struggling with balance. It's not easy. It's not easy. I have some things that I just have to prioritize things differently because I've been off a little bit. But as far as clarity, she brought clarity. And that's why my situation that I was in, with their dad, I couldn't do it no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she had me like, I'm not dealing with this I'm not doing it.
And just dealing, what you mean with dealing with? Just dealing with the inconsistency, the up and down, the negative energy?
The negativity, the not treating me how I want to be treated, the cheating, all that shit. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
She not about to see that. She needs to see me getting loved correctly. You know what I'm saying?
Or loving me correctly without the drama. Because
exactly.
I can do bad all by myself.
But
why not do
listen,
good?
and I said, listen, it's crazy because when you find yourself leaving a situation and you feel lighter, it's like, I shouldn't have been there. Yeah. And you be good. I'm cool by myself. I didn't have to go.
And it creeps up because it's like, I mean, we obviously was having fun on the way to this trip. But now that we at this destination, all of a sudden I want to go somewhere new.
Yeah. And I'm going. First flight out. Bye. Goodbye.
But I will say, you guys have seemed to be able to still be on good vibes and good terms.
I tried it.
Yeah.
I tried it, but as you see, it's all over, and he's fighting it. Like he'll admit to me that he was wrong, and just accepting accountability for the things
with
that
some of the social
done.
Media stuff.
Yeah, but then you get on there front, and it's so crazy because it's like that's part of the reason why we're not together, because you couldn't put that pride to the side, and now you're still doing it, and you try to act like it's nothing. When it hurt, instead of facing it and admitting your wrongs and taking accountability so that you could become a better person, you sit up here and still try to act like, I'm cool.
And it's okay if you're not cool.
Because listen, one time I said, yeah, this shit, it hurts.
Yeah. Don't nobody have no kid with somebody and want things to end. Who did that? Nobody does that.
Nobody do that.
So it hurts everybody.
And for you to sit up there, I'm just happy I made my decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm happy for you. And I mean, it's also crazy because I'm sure for you it wasn't that quick. But for me, it's like, man, not only did you wipe your hands, but you're open to new love. which I think is sometimes hard for us, right? When we step out of something, sometimes
it's like you be kind of like, hold up,
me and my kids, and that's that. Me and my babies, and that's that. You know what I mean? You can
don't play with me.
You can go there so and just be fine as hell with nobody
but just me and my kids. I was cool. You know what I'm saying? But the new vibe,
So how did this happen? How did this? Were you out? Was it a hop into your DMs?
Gone. I see you. I see exactly what you're trying to do. She get on my.
I'm like, so what is the story? Lightweight. Just give me, just give me the spark notes.
Yeah, we. I see. He was playing for the Lions.
Period.
And I went back home after I left.
Okay.
Yeah, and we just kind of seen each other.
But I'll be honest, I need to know this from you because Kash, you are very, very beautiful.
Oh,
and you also have a huge energy where it's like a guy knows he's going to have to bow. What is it that gets your attention? What is it that lets you say, okay, I'm actually listening to this dude?
I'm gonna tell you what got my attention with him. I'm in the because I'm back outside.
Yeah.
I'm back outside. I'm with my girl Ja. We chilling.
What up, Ja?
Yeah, what's up, Ja? We chilling. We outside. I'm like, now I'm popping out. So I'm in a club. You get on my nerves.
I'm so in it. I'm like, yes, I'm in the club with you and Ja.
Yes.
In there.
You was not there. You was there.
I was there.
Because remember we were sitting on the couch.
Period.
So we sitting up there and he walked through like security and everything and just like introduced himself.
Come on. Know how to step to me.
I said, oh wow. Hi. Through security and everything. I said, that was sexy. You know how some guys that just come sliding your DM after they seen you or tell somebody, you kind of
scary.
It's him. Yeah. He came over with that energy. I said, oh wow. Hi.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so he just probably kept that energy up.
Yeah.
He kept that pressure. Because I'm telling you, I seen him in the comments.
Yeah.
He letting everybody know Kash is mine.
Hey, I ain't got no complaints. I'm good.
I love that. Well, going back to just music and mom and some of these transitions, how have you approached your career differently now with all that?
What? Like
Thought
I
about
said,
the landscape differently?
Yeah, it's like even when you recording and you go and play what you wearing, it's like your kids one day will see this stuff, or they're gonna hear the music. Yeah. You don't even want to say some crazy stuff on tracks, not too crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you like eventually, they're gonna hear it. And my son likes my music.
Yeah,
he like it. So,
but even before kids, I gotta tell you, your stuff always like even if you was talking about something crazy, it had some consciousness to it.
Yeah, it still had a little classy swag up in there. You know what I'm saying? But I just be like just trying to make sure that later on they're not embarrassed.
Sure. Yeah.
And
it's something I can stand behind.
And I can stand.
Not like,
it.
oh, so you said you was eating ass. Wait a minute, type shit. Because how you gonna stand behind that? Well, baby, sometimes you eat a little ass. You can't say that. So
I'm leaving.
Some stuff you just
I'm leaving. Don't you start this.
I feel you 100%.
Because why would you say that though? Because people would say that I was eating ass, and it was like, we was way hell, ma.
Because and then by the time your baby asks you, you don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say. Like that
you
was
got
just
a mouthful of ass.
Shit.
Girl. Okay, you know what? You brought clarity.
I'm about to go. I can't. I'm not about to.
Now, you brought clarity out on stage.
Didn't want to try to get serious.
Right, now bringing it back home.
Okay.
You brought clarity out on stage. I know you was telling me she's not here right now. Obviously, when you're traveling, I know sometimes it's hard to bring the babies with you. So how do you deal with that mom guilt? Because we all get it. Even when we're there with the baby, we're like...
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes I just be like, well, let me just at least get my sleep while I'm away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just get my sleep then. Because when I get back home, I'm going to have to be a mom full time.
That's right.
So that makes me feel a little bit better because it's like, at least I get to rest and get recharged to come back to them.
Yeah.
Even though I'm working when I'm away from them, I still be... that's what helps me. That's what gets me there. And and then it'd be like for them to live the life that I want them to live, they're going to have to understand, Mom, you got to work. Mommy
And I
gotta
think it's
work.
important. I tell myself that same thing too, as well. As like, okay, this is also me making sure that I'm good for them. But then it's like also the reality that they need to see us be independent. I want
Yeah.
them to know that,
That you really
have a
gotta get up.
life. Yeah, have a life. Be a person. Be a full person. Follow your dreams and
Get
know
up
that,
and you go to work.
That's
you got
right.
you got to see mommy. Okay, mommy get on an airplane. Mommy go work.
That's right.
And this is what your life going to consist of too. If you want to have the nice things in life, you have to work. And I'm glad that they see that, but I still be missing my baby.
Yeah, no, I feel you 100%.
I be missing my baby.
But I feel inside that they be proud of us. You know what I'm saying? To know that we got it
Because
done.
Cashin, he runs backstage. Like when he's on tour with me, everybody know that's Cashin tour. That's Cashin tour. He go on the side and he watch me, and if I call him out, he gonna come out and he gonna look at the crowd. He gonna smile. Yeah, like I love him. He's a star. My baby is a star.
So
I
much.
love me some Schnookum. And Claire Bear, she's just bossy.
Is she? You said she 9 months?
9 months.
9 months. So
Yeah,
she
she'll
ain't
be
talking to nothing yet.
No.
Yeah, but she giving you.
She got an attitude problem.
I love when they're that age.
Yes,
Oh
and
my
that's what I'm be
gosh.
missing. I'm like, I don't want to miss out. Yeah,
Ah.
but mommy got to work.
Mommy got to work, and you're doing it well.
Yeah.
And you also founded a nonprofit recently, which is
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah.
Congratulations, called Fairy Boss Mother.
Yeah.
And it provides financial assistance, mentorship, and essential resources for single mothers striving for
Yes.
success. So, I mean, that's like, you better give back.
Yeah.
How did you start that? What was your process?
You know what? I've been giving back for so long.
Yeah.
I just never did it the right way.
Never necessarily in a complete structure.
Exactly.
Which can be hard to put together.
Yeah, if you don't have the right team, So once you get the right team and stuff, people put everything how it need to be. So I always been giving back, sending girls off to prom, giving like breast pumps out and diapers and things like that. So it was like, all right, let's do this for real, because then I learned you can get grants and actually you can help more.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
It's so
okay,
true.
I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So now knowing that, it's like I'm definitely about to take things to another level. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And congratulations again on that.
Thank you.
You
Thank
welcome.
you.
Baby, this is Keke Palmer, yeah.
If these April showers got you feeling some type of way, your girl Keke knows exactly what you need. Some time to reconnect with nature, courtesy of Airbnb. Whether you're craving a mountain escape where you can literally touch the clouds or need to get your zen on in a desert oasis, these homes are giving return to nature realness in the best way possible. This time of year, I start getting antsy. Y'all know I've been working hard these past few months, and baby, me and Leo desperately need some time away. So what's a girl to do? Take myself on over to Airbnb to find a guest favorite home in the middle of nowhere. Right now, I got my eyes on a cute little cottage tucked away in the forest. I gotta make sure that the place is private, well-stocked, and cozy for the gods. Bonus points if it has a crystal clear view of the stars and a lake where I can get my fishing on. And if you're like me, Airbnb's got you covered whether you're trying to escape the mountains, forests, or yes, even the desert. We're talking authentic experiences with more space and more privacy in the most magical locations. Book your next adventure today and let nature do its thing. Now, I want to go a little bit back to your origin story because you were talking on Club Shay Shay about how you worked a lot of retail jobs.
I
before you
did.
went- So you did Best Buy. What other jobs you was doing?
Better Made, Chip Factory,
What?
Little Caesars,
Come on, Little
Dot's
Caesars.
Clothing Store, Mr. Allen's Shoe Store, everything. I'm a hustler.
And so I was just about to ask, what do you think that you were doing, that what skills you showed up as in those jobs that has helped you with your entrepreneurialism?
All of them, all the skills, all of them. Because you know what? Like in retail, it was having great communication, the finesse. You know what I'm saying? To get people to buy things. And Little Caesars, it's like the timing of them hot and ready's, baby. And even cutting.
Come on. Why was you on
see what I'm
beat?
saying? Yeah.
That was perfect.
The timing, even cutting the piece. I learned things that I didn't know in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like the timing and things like that. What else like in retail, I'll say.
But the timing in that people is very much dead on.
Yeah.
Because you got to talk a lot in
Yeah.
our industry. You got to constantly sell yourself.
Yes, over and over and over and over again. Yeah, and then even too, like just when you work at the retail stores, like if I go in a retail store, I'm gonna go to the girl that got some swag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You help me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm looking for. I need a jacket, a black jacket. Point me to the cute ones. You know what I'm saying? So it was like even just showing up looking good every day. You know? So little different things like that.
Yeah. Now you also talking about hustling. You were a stripper and you said you made $26,000 in one night. How did this happen?
I was that girl. Yeah.
Like
it's like I don't be wanting to sound all like arrogant, but I was just
you
that
need
girl.
to stand on business.
And it is what it is.
So how does that freaking happen? Is it because you have a good clientele? Like, have you created a good clientele?
I wasn't even in it like that. Like, it was never that. It was always just the finesse, you know? And I was really popular. So I was like the most popular dancer in Midwest. You know what I'm saying? And every time I had anything, it was like banging and everybody just came and showed up.
That's correct. How does that happen? Like, is that a part? Like, is that social media? Is it influencing? Is it just like word of mouth? How do you become?
It was social media too, and it was like I always been popular in real life too. You know what I'm saying? Like at school and stuff. You know that.
Yeah.
You one of them girls. Don't play like that. Don't play like.
But I know what you mean.
I'm about
It's just
to go.
your personality.
I'm about to go. If you do one more thing,
one more thing, Keke,
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
I know what you mean though. When it's like it's the personality that you bring to the space.
Yes,
you know
I think
what I'm
that's
saying?
just all it is. It's the person. It's you. You know, and it's just in you. It ain't nothing I could really. It was just.
Yes.
You know, and I was blessed, man. I think that even helped me how to be more confident. You know what I'm saying? You got to have confidence for that. You know, like everybody can't just do that. That's a different type of confidence to have, you know. So that taught me confidence because that was another job.
Yeah.
But girl, boo, I used to make girl.
And so what made you say, okay, now I got to come up out of this. I done did this. I done did this. Now I want to step into music.
Because I always wanted to do music. My dad did music too.
Okay. Yeah. He was a rapper, producer, all of it?
Yeah, all of
kind
it.
Of thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I always wanted to do music. It was just in me, but I just never thought I would be Kash Doll. You know what I'm like? I'm not about to be that girl, but I always, look what God did. But I was like, you know what? I want to do this because I didn't like doing that no more because people made it like dancing. They made it just like, you know, just negative.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe you just felt like the energy got a little too.
Yeah, it got too negative, and it was like people was trying to drag me. You know what comes with fame and money. You know, like
I'm not
now
gonna be fighting you bitches in the club.
And that was happening. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it got so bad. I used to have to. I couldn't even change in the room with all the girls. I used to have to go to the owner's office and change.
Oh no.
You know, and it just got.
That's giving Beauty in Black.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. It was those type of vibes. And it was just like, even like the backlash from like being popular on social media and people saying things to my mom and about me dancing like I'm just a slut. Because it ain't that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that. It's what you make it though. You know, some girls are sluts.
Sometimes that's what your vibe is.
Yeah,
but that don't mean that's me.
That's not me. You know, so I just didn't even want that a part of me anymore. Like it was like and plus I wanted to do something that I really love, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And I just put all my eggs in one basket. I just stopped one day. It was nothing. I just stopped. And that's a hell of a job to just stop when you make $8,000 this day.
Because the money's so
26
quick.
this day.
Yeah.
$7,500 this day. $13,000 this day. And I just stopped.
And so there had to be a moment in that stop where things got crazy. Because obviously we know with entertainment or with any business, you are investing. And if that is your only business, then you have nowhere else to get money from. So you're kind of like you're gambling on yourself and you're waiting for that comeback. What was happening for you in that time where you were putting all that money that you had been saving and collecting into the music before you saw something back from it? Like, what was your approach to immediately start doing shows?
It happened. It just happened, Keke. I swear to God. I made a song and it was on the radio. It was in rotation. It was a remix to Tinashe, 2 On.
Yes.
I did a remix to that in Detroit. And when I say I was in rotation on the radio, in the top 888, now that I know how important that is, I'm like, I can't believe I did that. Not in the mix show. Her label was calling like, why they're not playing the original? What's going on in Michigan? Okay. And I was getting booked because I was already popular. You know, so I started getting booked shows, even though it wasn't what I was making.
It was as if you already had a brand, and then the music was just another product of that brand.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
Exactly. So then I started doing shows, even though it was like $1,200 shows. You know, it was like, okay, it's something I could build off of. So, I mean, and of course I had my moments where I did not have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But I was investing all my money I made from dancing into her, and then I also opened a beauty bar. A couple of them, Casa de Doll. So I opened a beauty bar, where you can get your nails, hair, makeup, clothes, everything.
Yes.
There in Columbus, Ohio. And so I was just making money at those different areas, and then, I was just being me.
Yes.
Letting God lead me, and it just happened.
So I was first introduced to you with, when you did the 2 U's. Please remind me of the song.
For everybody.
For everybody. I could never be. You could never do. You could never win. That was so good. I remember when I saw that, I said, now, who
that was your last time.
is that girl?
That was your last time.
Your time is up.
That was
girl, when I tell you, when I said, now she is that girl.
Aww.
Because I love the theater.
Yeah.
I love the theatrics of all of that.
Yeah.
So where were you at that time? From the time we're talking about you starting to kick everything off to when I've seen that video, what was the time that had come? What was that moment for you?
That was a big moment for me.
Yeah,
that changed my life. For everybody, changed my life. That song helped me get out of a contract I was stuck in because I was able to make the money. Like, that song changed my whole situation.
Girl.
That song.
It was incredible. How long did it take you to write that song? Because it was very much like a full storyline,
like
and the
a
girls
week.
were 2 personalities, and so it was. And both of the it gets to the point with those girls where you were like, I don't know which one I
like,
miss.
right.
Because I like what both.
Because
of them
at first
saying.
it was just the side chick. I like what both of them were saying.
It's not like what both of them saying. Am I the side chick or am I the wife?
Because which one I want to be today?
Both of the speeches were great.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Because the
Okay.
side chick was like,
Let me
I'm
make
able to
some
live
shit
my
clear.
life.
Okay, like if
I
she
don't
was,
want the man that's for
and
everybody.
she was so unbothered.
Yes.
And it's like the older you get, you realize the side chick really kind of won. Because she don't have the broken heart.
Don't have a broken heart. Don't have to just be with just him. Got a bunch of options and getting whatever he throwing at her. Okay.
I said, well, as you get older, you realize, okay, she's really the girl.
Girl, I
the
love
wife
that.
pissed.
The wife was like, her speech was good too, but she was
Even
like,
though
I'm
she
holding
went
it
off.
down. Everything is on my name.
Mhm.
Everything is
and
on
it's like,
my
and
name.
at the end of the day, he's still gonna call me when you're done. Bye.
So for everybody hit, everybody gagged.
Yeah.
And then like how did you transform that moment to maintain obviously the career that you have?
Listen, God.
That's always the right answer.
God.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a strategic plan.
Yeah.
Of course I had a team. Of course the team is very important, of the people that's behind you, helping you grow this thing. But God, I was just vibing.
Yeah.
Praying, keeping it pushing.
Being present.
Being present and being myself. Like it's not hard. It's hard, of course, to work and, put a lot into it, but it's in you. It's in you.
Yeah. You're going to make it work. You're going to
make it work. It don't matter. Like, I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to figure this shit out.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And I do feel like that's the Midwest. I mean, it ain't no shade, no tea to nobody else. Yeah. But like straight up,
we got that hustle.
Work hard.
We got that hustle.
It's not going to be a day that goes by where we're not going to make it happen.
Yeah. Especially like when you got a goal and you see it.
Yeah.
I can't unsee it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And it's going to get got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, I got to ask you, because obviously rap, one of the biggest elements is beefs. Some people love them for the competition factor. Yeah. I'm curious if you think women are judged the same way as guys when it comes to rap beefs. Like, do you feel like people are more sensitive about what females say to each other in a rap beef than they are with guys?
I don't know. I don't ever give a fuck.
Like, meaning you don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Yeah.
In the rap beef. You feel like it all goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. Like,
yeah.
Like whether people like it or not, like the internet just got it's too many people that got too many opinions. It's like, and I realized like if it costs to comment, a lot of them wouldn't be saying shit. So I'ma just act like that. Like y'all wouldn't even be saying shit if it costs. So your opinion really don't matter.
Yeah.
So fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
I like a little rap beef moment. I like when the girls get a chance to do it, but I hate when it feels like people aren't allowing it to be the sport.
Right.
You know, like, let it be the sport. I mean, I do get the emotions is involved and, you know, whatever you can feel good.
Because I'm going to do me.
You know what I mean?
Because I'm not from that way. I'm like, shit, what we going to do?
That's right.
Let's do it.
That's fun. Okay, you talked about how it's important that the man in your life makes you feel soft. Okay, and I feel like this is like a reoccurring thing with you. Like, you a rapper, but you love R&B down, so I hear. That's
love R&B, girl.
Okay.
That's what I listen to.
So tell me, how can a guy make you feel soft? What kind of guy is that? Is that a guy that is always opening doors, always?
Yeah, like you gotta make me feel like. You gotta just make me feel girly.
This
like,
voice is everything because the voice has changed.
Yeah, like. Yes. No.
Yes.
See something else, but I'm leaving.
No. Because now you have to stay forever.
Okay.
I feel like the chemistry with us is just too electric.
Nah. Okay, we at the mall. So I just feel like just being a man, like doing the things that men do. And I feel like it's natural for you to just feel like girly. Like, okay, you opening up the door and, you know, you paying for the tab. And
and I also feel like that when a guy makes me feel soft is when they let me have it.
Yeah,
let me have it.
Just let me have it.
Let me have it.
Let me have it. You know what?
You know, let me
just let me have my way.
Yeah.
Just give it to me. It's not hard.
Come on.
Why are we who the princess?
Yes. I need to be her.
Because I out princess. Ain't nobody about to out princess me. You want to take it there? You want to rumble with
I will literally faint in this.
Yeah. You want to take it there?
Like, seriously.
Come get me.
I feel like a lot of times, like, I don't know what that is right now, but a lot of times we're like battling for the princess role.
And it's crazy.
And
so
I'm
when
not
you
even
get a
into
real
anything. Like, you could be whatever you want. I'm not saying that you got to be less sweet or feminine or whatever. Like, I don't care about that. I'm just saying, like, let me have it sometimes.
All the time.
And that's really the truth. I don't know what's going on out here, but that's how you get a girl nice and relaxed.
Yes, how you get them relaxed.
Especially an independent queen.
Well, listen.
Let me have it, because the world
Like,
don't.
if I get mad at you, just don't act nonchalant. Chalant me.
Chalant.
Chalant me.
Chalant as
Chalant
chalant can
you
be.
better chalant me. You better chalant me.
Girl, when I realized, I'm like, oh yeah, instead of nonchalant, get chalant.
Yeah, no, chalant me.
These brothers got to get chalant.
No, you got to get
fast.
because it's like, now I'm knowing you care. I could be soft with you because you care. I don't have to have my guards up and get masculine with you because you think.
And do you think it's just the pride thing? Like the guy, like
it's too much pride out here.
It's a lot of pride.
It's a lot of pride out here. I think a lot of men just wasn't raised by their dads these days. You know, chalant me. That's our new word.
Will I tell you that I'm loving that?
Chalant
me.
Chalant me, babe.
Chalant me, babe. That's a new song that I need from you.
Chalant me.
Chalant me, baby. Chalant me, baby. Remember they used to say back in the day?
You better chalant, cause
yeah, the big click. She said, "You better chalant." Yes,
I ain't gonna front. You know.
Girl, I'm obsessed with us.
We're a joke. I'm leaving.
No, I can't deal with
it. It's too good. It's too good.
Now, you also said on Club Shay Shay, which I live for, because I live by this, that once you get with a man who feeds you and he brings all the food to the table, you give him the power, he gonna starve you. Always make your own money. So how do we balance that? Give me that soft life, but also like, I also don't want to be controlled or, you know, how do we balance not giving somebody all the keys? But also saying I'm open to you.
Mm-hmm. We can't really talk about it.
I know that's right.
You see what I'm saying? It's like the conversations you have with your girls, because you can't even just say that. Because it's just something that you can't even say. You just got to do it. You got to just.
And this is why you're Cash, because a lot of people come over here on these podcasts and give all the secrets out.
You know what? Because you already soft and you give them that, but it's like you just also have to just make your own money. And some men like the independence. It's the independence, you know. But it's like something like you just can't say it. You know, like some stuff you can't even say to your man. You can't say that. You just gotta just.
And my mama, she been married for over 30 years, and she said, "Stop saying everything." She used to say that to me all the time. I'm like, "What do you mean?" She said, "Stop saying everything."
Just gotta know. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
You feel me?
It's true.
Baby, this is Keke Palmer, yeah.
Now, obviously, you've been getting into this acting bag.
Yeah.
You
I'm
live
on my
for it
Keke
now.
Palmer, girl.
All day,
What's up?
every day,
Listen, you a
period.
vet.
Stop.
Baby,
I would
you
love to do
elite.
something with
Me
you.
too.
We're gonna put that into the atmosphere.
I can't wait. And you know what? I've been meaning to go see that with you
One
and
of
SZA.
them days.
Yes, I've been wanting to go see that. The last time I was about to see it, my boo was like, "That's a chick flick. Y'all, you got to go with your friends with that."
And now I'm mad at
So,
you,
yeah,
Mr. Man,
mhm.
because it's good for you too.
Yeah, okay.
Period. Now you said something that I was
Mr. Man.
Mr. Man. You know who I'm talking to. I wanted to talk to you about, you said you'd want to play a drug addict. And I thought that was interesting because
Yeah.
that's a very intense kind of role. What drew you to wanting to do that kind
Have
of role?
you ever did that before?
Have I ever played a drug addict? No, I played a pimp once. And I was a cold pimp.
What movie?
Pimp. That's what it was called.
Really?
I was a pimp named Wednesday.
You did your big one?
My daddy was DMX. And I was out here slanging this on
Wednesday.
this hoe.
He was doing y'all.
Girl, you gotta check it out.
I gotta
was a
check that
pimp.
out.
Her name was Wednesday. Her mama, Anjanou Ellis, played my mom.
Okay.
DMX was my dad. I had a beautiful little girlfriend.
Okay.
Little white thing.
Okay.
I love doing that movie.
Yes,
It was
okay.
probably one of the most transformative roles I've done.
And that's what made me say I wanted to do a crackhead,
Yeah.
a drug addict. Because, no, for real. Because it's just so, it's a big transition. And
That's
I just
right.
want to see if I could do it. You know, I want to,
Yeah.
and I know I
bringing
can.
nuance to that kind of character, because I think
Just
often
a range.
drug addicts are often just deemed as boom. You don't talk about the fact that they're dealing with mental health stuff. There's so much more that brings someone to an addiction that it would be a great story to play somebody like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because then it's like, okay, so this is what caused them to be an addict. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? This is why they keep going to the drugs. This is why, you know.
That's
like,
right. There's more story
there's
there.
more
There's
there.
always a story to someone that is dealing with addiction.
Yeah,
and a
you
lot of times it's
understand
not
them different.
said or mentioned. They're just thrown off, especially when you think about the crack epidemic and the crack era. They got branded as, oh, just a crackhead, just a this. But it's like, no. These were people
These are
that were
people.
dealing with, a lot of times they was putting them people in jail. They deserved to go into an actual system to actually teach them about what was happening with them.
See what I'm
They
saying?
didn't do that.
And like even you think about that like with crackheads and with drug addicts. Think about bums. How did they actually get to that point? You just say, oh, it's a bum.
The unhoused.
But think about it.
Yeah.
To be a bum and live on a street, mentally, where did that, it's a story behind that.
Me and my girl were talking about the other day where we're thinking about people that are unhoused, that choose to be unhoused, or have they found themselves to be unhoused, and how a lot of times it's like people be thinking they're crazy, but then it's like, we paying for land that's supposed to be free. So are they crazy or are we crazy?
Are we crazy?
You know what I mean? And then at that point, you got to just take a minute.
And just say,
That's
know
when you
what,
get too
man.
deep in the zeitgeist.
Yeah, and then you got to just go keep going. And that's why sometimes you just got to keep living. Like, you know what?
Like,
Because then
seriously.
you'll be thinking about things too hard. And I find myself doing that. Like, when I
Yes.
watch the news and stuff, I be like, I can't. Because some things really just get so deep. And you be
And
so...
then you realize, damn, we're just trapped in the matrix. Let me just go back to playing.
Yeah, and I'm going to just go ahead and just live it. God, I love you. Thank you. Keep leading me. And I'm going to just keep living.
Literally.
Yeah,
Literally.
like, that's it. Yeah.
Now, we already talked about, obviously, you and your child's father, Tracy T. Y'all broke up and everything. But something that you said that I loved is that, it's important to maintain respect for your ex because it reflects on you. Yeah. And I think that's such a powerful perspective that a lot of times we don't hold when we walk away from a relationship.
Yeah,
Like, if I
because
say you crazy, then what was I?
It's still a reflection. And that's why I never tried to dog the situation
Yeah.
as I could have.
Yep.
Because I dealt with you. And now
Right.
the world see what I was dealing with because you don't know how to keep it P. And all the things I complained about the whole time, now everybody could just see it. You could just see it. And that's just what's sad about that situation. But I still got respect because at the end of the day, those are my kids' father.
That's
I
right.
got 2 kids. So, hey.
And I see y'all had them matching captions. Or what is it? He did that video and then you put that caption. What was the caption?
I forgot.
I was like, okay, so it's cool. I mean, I always wanted to be cool. So when I saw that made me happy because I felt like it's cool. Even though it's crazy, it's cool. And
It's
that's,
cool.
nobody...
And that's just the process of the breakups and you know how that go, man. And we're still human.
That's right.
And we still have feelings.
Yeah.
So it be like I be trying to keep it as much as I can.
Yeah, and
because at the end of the
understand.
day, I'm still human. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? But I just wish him the best, man. I hope he get it together so he can be right.
Yeah. So, you're the oldest of 5 siblings. You're the oldest.
I'm the oldest of 6.
6?
Yes.
I'm the middle child.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to ask, how was it like growing up as the older sibling? You had to take care of your siblings a lot, I know.
I did. I'm like the
them.
second mom.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why I get a lot of that nurturing from, because my mom was always at work.
Yeah.
My dad passed on my first birthday.
Yeah.
So I was at home. I had to get my sisters ready for school, cook, make sure everybody, if one person come home without the group, we all would get in trouble. So I just had to wait at the corner for everybody to come out, and okay, we all walk home together, make sure everybody eat, take their uniform off when they get in. It was like I was the second mom until my mom came home.
Yeah, I remember you talking about, I don't know what interview, but talking about how you felt like even though you didn't have your dad in your life, you don't know how much different you would be had you had him.
Right.
But I'm curious if you feel like that made you more on your toes.
Right.
The reason why I ask is because I feel like sometimes with being raised by my dad, and my dad's great, my uncles are great, but I didn't really have, I think, a full view of how men could be because of how they treated me. They were so, I don't want to say coddling, but I definitely didn't get that always in the real world. So I'm wondering if not having your dad kind of prepared you for what could come. That makes sense?
I never thought about it like that. And I don't know because I just didn't have him. So it's like,
Yeah.
all I know is, I know that he was spiritually with me,
Yeah.
and I know that he protect me spiritually.
Yeah.
It was a lot of things that happened to me, and I'd be like, how the hell did I come up out of that? I used to do some crazy things, and I used to be like, that was my dad, So I just look at it like that, and I didn't have nobody to baby me. As a little girl that's spoiled. So it's like, I had to hustle.
That's right.
Get what I want. I didn't have daddy. I want a new car.
Yeah.
No, I had to get my first car. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm sure that's what's made you who you are. And I mean, nobody wants to say that loss made them who they are. No one wants that, what I mean? But I feel things happen in mysterious ways.
Yeah, and I think so too. Because it's like him being with me spiritually got me in some places. And it protect me from a lot of things too. So I think it was meant.
Yeah.
It sucked to say that, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
You rose to prominence along with a lot of amazing female rappers, a big wave of them. And you talked about how you feel like, you're a part of making history with these female rappers, which I would agree. What do you think your role was in this wave?
I'll say just that Midwest. Yeah, just that Midwest swag, that D-girl swag, that hair, them trends, setting them trends, setting that makeup trend, the swag, this.
Very player.
I'm a real life player. I be chilling.
Yeah, for sure.
And I keep it like that. And that's just who I am. So I feel like I give them vibes. That's the role I play, like that girl.
Yeah, very much that girl.
That girl.
What would you? I know it's hard because you're still creating your legacy, but what would you want your legacy to mean? Whether or not even just in rap, but in general as an entertainer.
Just, you know what? I ain't there yet.
Yeah.
I ain't there yet. I just want to keep on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to answer that later.
Well, Kash, I love you keeping on. And I'm so happy that you came to the mall with me.
Yeah, we went to the mall, girl. We went to go get our nails done. We got some Chipotle. We about to go. Listen, we had a good time.
But before I let you go, I have to play a game with you because I play a game with all my guests. Okay? And this one is called Cash In or Cash Out. Okay, I'm going to give you some possible cash commandments based on your song. And if you agree with the commandments, say cash in. And if you don't, say cash out.
Okay,
here we go. Always negotiate your bag. Never accept the first offer. Cash in or cash out?
Cash in.
Period. Going 50-50 on the first date. Cash in or cash out?
Cash out. Cash the fuck out.
Love conquers all, even if he's broke. Cash in or cash out?
Next question.
If your friends needs money, always help if you can. Cash in or cash out?
Cash out.
Woo! She don't play about her damn coin.
I mean, if they need money, like for what? Like if they need money and they in a bind, I'm gonna look out. But like just need money just so you know.
That's fair. You need to know what you're getting.
I need to know. So that's cash in and cash out. Like what is the money for?
Yeah. I vibe with that.
Yeah.
Let some shit slide even when it's disrespectful. Cash in
out. Because you slide,
She
you
ain't
know,
with
when
none
you
of this
slide, they cha-cha. And now you slide to the
smooth.
left. Take it back now, y'all.
You can't be a boss if you sleep past noon. Cash in or cash out.
Cash in, you can sleep past.
Come on, that's what I'm saying. Like,
come on,
I was
get
at
my
work all night.
Right, like, let
Damn.
me sleep. Because my job 24/7.
Guess what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, let me, cash in.
Period. If a man wants you, he needs to apply pressure. Cash in or cash out.
Cash the fuck in.
I need you to chalant
Show
me.
me Chalant it.
Fast
Chalant. You
and
better
quick.
Chalant me.
Yes. Yes. If your friend got beef, you got beef too. Cash in or cash out.
Cash in.
Okay.
Cash in. I'm riding by mine. Who we beefing in? What she say?
I hate her.
Okay.
Ain't never
I hate
met
her
her in my
because you
life.
know what? You know your friend. And you know your friend is a good person. So if she beefing with you, you did something.
My best friend, the moment that someone does something weird to her or give weird energy, I immediately done with them.
Yeah, I'm done.
She may even have a delayed reaction. I said, I knew they weren't shit then.
Yeah. I'm done.
When they looked at you crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's when they were done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, last one.
Okay, best friend.
Never let, I don't play about her. Never let them see you sweat. Stay unbothered at all times. Cash in or cash out.
Cash in.
Period, because we ain't never seen my girl sweat.
I ain't doing none of that.
That was the line. I ain't doing none of that.
Okay. Yeah.
You're amazing.
Thank you. No,
Girl.
you are amazing. I had a good time.
I had a fucking ball.
You play too much too. Had me up here talking about all my business.
We was kicking our feet. You are too bomb. I just love you. I love you. You guys already know what time it is. Welcome to my new favorite part of the show. We're calling it Palmer Knows Best. And it's a space where we keep it real, we keep it fun, and we keep it a little messy, but in a good way. Now, listen, when it comes to life's biggest questions, money, love, friendships, and all that drama in between, who better to ask than a woman who's seen it all, lived it all, and sure ain't afraid to tell it all. Hey, Sharon.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to ask you about these questions this week.
All right, bring them on.
Okay, here we go. One of my coworkers seems to have a crush on me, but she's never actually said anything. She invites me to dinner, hangs around my desk, and apparently got jealous when I brought my friend, who happens to be an ex, to a group dinner. Her whole team is convinced she's into me. They've even pulled me aside to tell me I need to sort the situation out. Here's the thing. I have a strict no dating coworkers policy, but I also value our friendship. Some say I should explicitly reject her. Others say I should ghost her outside of work hours. Both options seem pretty awkward since she's never actually confessed any feelings. How do I handle this without making the office weird? Help. Well, if she's never expressed any feelings,
Okay,
what do you
is this
think?
a man?
Yeah, this is a man.
So this is a man. Oh wow. Sounds like she waiting on him. I mean, maybe she's old fashioned and she's doing everything she can to send him the signals, or she's waiting on him to ask her out.
But he's not going to.
Why isn't he going?
Because he doesn't believe in dating coworkers.
Oh well, she's shit out of luck then. I mean, to me, it just depends on what their job is. Like if they're working in an office building, in an office space like the social security office or something like that, I wouldn't date in those circumstances. But if they're in the entertainment field, yeah, I mean,
Either way, he don't want to date nobody he works with. And I think obviously he also doesn't like her.
That's
You get
what I'm saying.
It don't, you know what I'm saying? He don't need
Yeah.
to say he don't like her. He can hide behind the whole dating policy if he wants.
Right,
Gag.
right.
Either way, he doesn't like her because if somebody really likes you, they'll damn near quit the job to
Yeah.
date you. You know what I'm saying? If that was really
Yeah,
that deep.
yeah.
So I feel like the real truth is he doesn't like her. And I don't love when people don't like somebody and they don't tell them they don't like them when they know they don't like them. Now,
Yeah,
there's
but
a way
why do
you go
think
about it.
people do that?
Because
though?
they like the attention.
I did that to a guy. I did that to a guy, and I often thought about why did I do that? Because I needed a ride, and he had a car, and so I wanted that ride.
That's messed up, Sharon.
I got that ride though. And I knew he liked me, but I needed the ride, so I didn't have to do anything for the ride. So he was safe. So there you go. Yeah. So
So dang. So what do you think?
I think it's what you said. He don't
Yeah.
really like her that much. Because if he did,
He should tell her. My
yeah.
thoughts is, I don't know that
But
you
I don't
should
know
tell
that he
her.
can tell her
Because she
hasn't said anything. And that's
You know what he should tell her? That he should find a way to have a conversation where he could say, I don't date people at work.
Yeah.
And that'll give it a message.
Yeah, or
all of a sudden she quits her job next day.
Or show up with a woman he does like.
Well, he did.
But it was his ex, right? Yeah.
Obviously still something going on with you two. Who hangs out with their ex that they're not still sleeping with?
Yeah, he should just, or he could tell another person at the job,
tell her?
she's nice, but I'm not into her, or I'm not feeling her. But, it sounds like, though, he want to ride, though. It's probably something she doing at that job.
Yeah, she talking him up. She encouraging his work. Oh, Todd did great this week.
Exactly.
Stuff like that.
So he wants the ride.
He wants the benefit.
Just like I got. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. He should tell her. Okay. Yeah. I'm having major anxiety about my boyfriend's family situation. Ugh.
I told you.
That is too much.
Their families is crazy.
We've been together for 2 years, but every time I visit his house, I'm like, I'm about to jump out of my skin. Last Thanksgiving, I literally threw up on the car ride home. That's how bad my nerves get. He lives with his family, who are super formal and traditional, while my family is more, let's say, eccentric. He keeps pushing me to spend more time at his place and even sleep over, but the thought of staying in his parents' house makes me want to crawl under a rock. He's getting frustrated that I keep avoiding visits, but he doesn't seem to understand that this isn't just me being difficult. I'm having full-on anxiety attacks. Should I just suck it up to make him happy? Or is there a way to make him understand how much this affects me? I mean, you threw up on the way home.
I'm going to tell you right now, because I hear this all the damn time.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is, he sought that woman out for a reason. He don't want all that formal shit either. He don't.
But he wants her to be going through the drama of it with him because he doesn't want to be in it alone.
Exactly.
So he's putting her through it so he has a friend there.
That's it. But this is what, I guess something's wrong with me. I don't understand why all you young people are dating and you feel like you got to have this relationship with each other's parents. Who the fuck cares? I mean, really, you're not dating their parents.
Yeah.
And for them to try to make you like their mother or make their father, that's just ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
It really is. You guys got to make a life on your own.
Yeah.
You got to get along and learn how to communicate and respect each other on your own.
Yeah.
What does it matter what his big mouth mama got to say? You know what I mean? That's just crazy. What does it matter? And I do think this is a boy-girl thing. I do. I think women have a much easier time of telling our parents.
Well, because I think in the patriarchy, or under the concept of whatever freaking social constructs there are, women are taught that one day you'll leave the home and you'll go and you'll
make your own family.
But guys, it's kind of like, no. You always stay. Like they feel it becomes this thing. You know what I mean? Where it becomes this difficulty to step out and really say, hey, I've got my own wife and kids and a family of my own. Like, I don't know. It's a weird, different dynamic there that can sometimes be hard to transition out of.
Yeah, it's harder for men to walk away. And this is the thing. Nobody's telling anyone to leave your family. No, nobody. I would never tell anybody I was dating, or even back in the day when I was dating, I don't like your family, leave your family. I would never say that to anyone. I would just say, I don't want to be around your family.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to be around your family.
Yep.
If you feel you want to go hang out with them, you go ahead on and hang out with them. But they're not my style. They don't seem to respect me. I know you love your parents. I encourage that.
Yeah.
But, when I got married, I didn't really get along with your father's family.
Yeah.
There was no contention. I didn't have anxiety. They just were totally different people. They like to, lounge around and play cards, and they were very close and loving. And my family, we were go-getters. We were like, out the house and running and, you know what I mean? Just different energy. Different, not bad people, different energy.
Yeah.
So I didn't like going over his mother's house because it seemed like every time I was there, it was like, blah, blah. We was just laying around, eating, overeating, doing a bunch of stuff like that. And that was cool. When it was cool. When it wasn't, it wasn't. And I told him several times, I'm not going over your mother's house to sit there and play cards and overindulge. I'm not doing it today. And he said, okay.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to be working for. You got to be working for a partner that says, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to force you to be around my family and their different energy and their different vibe.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it because you know what will help? If you as a partner tell that other partner, I'm not going to force you.
Yeah.
You come at your own pace.
That's right.
Then you'll start finding ways to like the family because you're not being forced.
Yeah, you'll do it on your own terms. But I like what you said there. It's about partnering is about finding people that respect your boundaries. And if you don't want to go over there, she shouldn't have to go over there.
Right. It doesn't make you a bad person.
No. Okay. Next one. I'm reeling from a bombshell I just discovered about my fiancé, and I need some advice ASAP. We've been together for 4 years, engaged for 1, and I thought everything was perfect. I even booked our dream wedding venue before he proposed. What? Okay. Girl, did you hear that? I even booked our dream wedding venue before he proposed?
Yeah.
Okay, she's a psychic. But here's the kicker. I recently found out he's been catfishing other men online using my photos.
Wow.
That's right. He's been posing as me, sending my intimate pictures to strangers, and having romantic conversations with multiple guys. I immediately broke off the engagement, but now I'm stuck with a bunch of non-refundable wedding deposits and some friends telling me I might have overreacted. Oh, and I haven't told my parents why I called it off because how do you even begin to explain this mess? Am I crazy for ending things over this? Should I hear him out? And how on earth do I move forward from here? What kind of friends does she have?
She should get rid of them friends.
What kind of friends does she have?
Very silly.
They're
friends.
silly as shit.
Very silly friends. And no, you did not overreact.
They're gaslighting me. Because now I'm wondering, is this a modern day marriage issue?
No, he has some issues. And I think the biggest thing is that he's very duplicitous. He's acting very sneaky and he's doing weird stuff. And I don't know what the answer to what he's doing.
Right.
But I do know the answer to how she tells her parents. She sits them down and she tells them. She just goes, hey, I'm really experiencing something right now, and let me just tell you what I'm going through.
Yeah.
And give her parents the ability to help her. Because a lot of times we hide things from parents because we're ashamed. We're embarrassed, and we think, oh, my God, they're going to ask me 100 questions. But sometimes parents surprise you, and they might just hug her. And they might just say, it's okay if you lose a deposit. I'll help you with that. Or they'll say encouraging things. Every time that I ever went to my mother, where I just really had to just go to her because I needed money or I needed something, I would always get myself ready for her to say something bad. I'm like, oh, she gonna say something really bad. And it would be the most loving thing. It would be the most loving experience. And I was like, wow, I could have asked her this 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I
mean, I agree with you. I feel like as I've gotten older, I've told you and Dad more things about what I'm going through or what's happening with me. And you guys give me such great feedback and wisdom. You know what I mean? With dealing with things. I think sometimes we think our parents are so outside of what we experience in today's time as well.
Right.
We kind of age them out. Like she might think, my parents don't know catfishing. But they understand what it's like to be lied to.
They understand
to
what
be
it's
betrayed.
yes.
You know what I'm
saying? They understand what it's like to be lied to. They understand what it's like that she feels embarrassment.
That's right.
They damn sure understand what it's like to lose money on things that you can't get back.
Ugh.
And me, I would sue his ass.
Ooh.
I would say, hey, you did all this crazy shit.
I love that.
And now I'm definitely not gonna marry your ass. So you have to give me half of this stuff back. I'll see your ass in people's court or divorce court or whatever court.
I love that one.
Yeah, because that's crazy what he did. There's no excuse. I don't even know.
And it's you've stole my identity, and it's against the law for you to share my intimate photos.
And you're pretending to be a woman.
Sharon, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Just dress and come on out. Date me, and that sneaking and hiding shit is what's crazy. Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. You're the best.
Baby, this is Keke. Baby, this is Keke.